Swadee ka. Thank you for joining us right here on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and also on NBT World. It's a Thursday, and the date is November 12th, and you're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha will seek economic cooperation during his participation in the 23rd Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC, Economic Leaders Meeting in the Philippines. Prime Minister's Office Deputy Spokesperson Major General Wirachon Sukuntapatipak has revealed that General Prayut will also attend the 27th ASEAN Summit in Malaysia from November 17th to 22nd after attending the APEC meeting in the Philippines. The Prime Minister will discuss with members of the APEC Business Advisory Council the direction of the global economy and reaffirm Thailand's readiness for trade and investment cooperation. The deputy spokesperson said that at the 27th ASEAN Summit, Thailand would join other member nations in signing the Kuala Lumpur Declaration. The agreement is designed to help strengthen and promote security and prevent crimes in the ASEAN region, as well as provide a platform for future cooperation in various areas. The Deputy Prime Minister, General Thanasak Patimaprakorn, met with athletes who are participating in the upcoming ASEAN Para Games in Singapore. Around 400 athletes, coaches, and related officials gathered at the Santi Maitre building in the Government House. During the meeting, General Thanasak said he was pleased with their visit and reiterated the government's readiness to support all kinds of sports. General Thanasak said the government intended to use sports as a tool to instill sportsmanship in Thai people to teach them discipline. He also forwarded the Premier's best wishes for a triumph. The 8th ASEAN Para Games will be held from the 3rd to the 9th of December in Singapore. The Sports Authority of Thailand and the National Sports Development Fund are the main sponsors for the pre-event practices between August and November. The National Reform Steering Assembly, or NRSA, has held an information seminar for various ambassadors and international organizations in Thailand regarding the national reform process. NRSA Deputy Speaker Olongkorn Polabut said that he had informed the foreign diplomats of the NRSA's duties, which include implementing 11 reform agendas and creating a 20-year national reform strategy. He said the meeting served as an opportunity for all in attendance to familiarize themselves with the country's reform agendas. Mr. Olongkorn added that another meeting will be held on November 14th to inform Thai ambassadors stationed in foreign countries of current efforts to foster reconciliation, reduce inequality, and eliminate corruption. The Constitution Drafting Commission, or CDC, agrees that the Prime Minister should come from a party list submitted by political parties, as the individual would be someone carefully vetted by the party. The CDC has accepted the results of a subcommittee responsible for studying management structure. The study covered such areas as the selection of a prime minister and the cabinet. CDC members have agreed that a parliamentary system with the king as head of state is appropriate for Thailand. In regards to how the prime minister is selected, 3 potential ways are possible, including from members of parliament, or MPs, a qualified individual as required by the Constitution, and an individual whose name appears on the party list of a political party. Many CDC members agreed that the Prime Minister should be nominated by a political party, as political parties will have to go through a vetting system to determine the most appropriate candidate. In addition, the method would also allow the public to voice their opinions. Deputy Prime Minister Wisanu Klungam said the methods remain similar to clauses stipulated by various constitutions, adding that the Prime Minister would have to be selected through a parliamentary system. Panu Uttarat, Secretary General of the Southern Border Province Administration Center, or SBPAC, said peace will be finally established in Thailand's southernmost provinces in 2016. The year 2016 will be considered a special one in which chronic problems in the southern border provinces of Narathiwat, Pattani, and Yala will be settled, and peace returned with the implementation of projects, operation plans, and activities. That refers in part to the flagship projects run by the SBPAC and Front Command of the Internal Security Operations Command, or ISOC, which has a plan to establish peace in the southern border provinces. ISOC Command is based in the 4th Army Region. Mr. Panu revealed that SBPAC's operations in the previous year have been carried out in accordance with guidelines from the government and the National Council for Peace and Order, or NCPO. Oil prices are expected to increase slightly next year due to the strengthening of the U.S. dollar and China's economic slowdown. Petroleum Refining Industry Club President Sukrit Surabotsophon said the average oil price this year stands at $53 per barrel, while next year's average is set to be in the range of $53 to $56 per barrel. The slight price increase is due to the greenback's appreciation, despite a large oversupply. Meanwhile, the Thailand Development Research Institute's, or TDRI, Director Girida Palpitit says China's economic downturn will have an impact on global oil prices. In a bid to decrease the effects of fluctuating oil prices, she is urging Thailand to place greater importance on the study of electric vehicles. The Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, is urgently implementing preventive measures against dengue fever while urging people to keep their homes free of mosquitoes. Commenting on the dengue situation in Bangkok, Permanent Secretary for the BMA, Sanya Chinimit, reported that more than 13,000 residents were infected between January 4th and October 31st this year. However, there were no fatalities. Compared with other parts of the country, he said Bangkok currently ranks 19th in terms of the number of dengue patients. Most of the infected are in the age range of 20 to 24 years, followed by 10 to 14 years and 15 to 19 years. The Permanent Secretary explained that the population of mosquitoes is rising now that the rainy season is coming to an end, leading to more prevalence of dengue fever. Therefore, BMA officials are fumigating risky areas to exterminate mosquitoes and their larvae, while also encouraging, that is, people to eliminate all stagnant waters in their communities to stop mosquito breeding. Anyone who experiences a high fever for more than 2 days after being bitten by a mosquito is advised to seek medical attention immediately. Should dengue infections be found in any community, residents can contact the BMA for support in controlling the outbreak. Tourists are flocking to Pisnulok Province to see the beautiful Tat Plakang waterfall, which has only been discovered in recent years by the Hmong ethnic minority. The waterfall is located in the middle of the valley in Pu Miang Pu Thong Wildlife Sanctuary and surrounded by pristine forests. The creeks in Ba Nam Kap and Ba Nam Tuong villages also flow into the waterfall. Tourists can easily drive to the waterfall located in Chatrakan district. Once they arrive at Ba Nam Tuong village, visitors are then required to walk a kilometer further. And they can enjoy a variety of wild plants and flowers on both sides of the trek. Beautiful indeed. And that is the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for a quick break now. But first, here's a look at the commodity prices and the exchange rates.
Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The second core value, being honest, sacrificing, showing restraint and determinations in doing good for the majority.
Welcome to ASEAN, a community comprised of 10 countries, each with its unique culture and history, now unifying to bring added prosperity to the region. For centuries, each country remained independent, but now we are coming together to compete in the 21st century globalized world. ASEAN is bringing together more than 600 million citizens and a total land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, and is providing economic opportunities, trade, travel, and new educational possibilities. The combined GDP of all 10 ASEAN countries comes to a total of $2.4 trillion, which means the ASEAN entity ranks amongst the world's major economic powers. The future is here. Welcome to ASEAN, the community of opportunities. The Southeast Asia region is now becoming one.
Welcome back to Newsline, and it's time for our ASEAN updates. The Federation of Thai Industries, or FTI, has organized a seminar where the challenges and opportunities that the Thai economy faces in the year 2016 have been discussed. The seminar is aimed at raising Thai people's awareness and overall preparedness regarding the AEC, and Kun Niranut Trajakwanit has the story for us.
The opening ceremony of the FTI was presided over by Dr. Surin Pitsuwan, the former Secretary General of ASEAN, who talked about what will happen after the new year when the new provisions of the ASEAN community begin to take hold. He explained that it is important to be aware of Thailand's commitment to the AEC under the single market, especially in the areas of service and investment. However, Dr. Surin made it clear that he believes that most Thai investors and industry sector may not fully understand the impact of the ASEAN economic community.
I think we have had it easy in the past. I think we have lived in the past. The success of the past has continued to reassure the Thai people that things will be okay. We don't have to change, we don't have to adjust, we don't have to struggle. But many countries around us, they came out of colonialism. They had to prove something to the world. They struggled. They got onto the global stage, regional stage, and they run. very fast. We are going our own way, still very much, I think, buried in the past. But we forgot that in the past, we had to struggle ourselves in order to keep what we have. So we cannot, what should we say, sit still and be proud of the past and not planning for the future. That is the most important issue and mindset that the Thai people will have to have. ASEAN is created for everyone in the region, but those who are ready, those who are competent, those who have competitive advantage, and those who have competitiveness will succeed and will benefit from the new landscape of ASEAN.
According to Dr. Surin, Thai investors, especially SMEs, should adopt action plans that strategize to make the most out of provisions set forth by the AEC, specifically to develop their capabilities and integrate global economy standards to their businesses. I'm Niranut Traitakwanit reporting.
Thank you to Kun Niranut for that report, and the products we use reflect the lifestyle of any community. Today we take a look at the automobile industry in a neighboring ASEAN member country. What is it like to be a car owner in Indonesia? Let's find out from Kun Banot Sinsap.
In the past 6 years, the automobile industry in Indonesia has expanded a great deal. In 2014, the country produced over 1.29 million cars, a 7.6% increase from the previous years. The majority of the cars produced there are used within the country. The majority, or some 60% of the vehicles, are MPVs or multi-purpose vehicles and SUV or sport utility vehicles. In Indonesia, as in Thailand, vehicles are built to carry big groups of family and friends.
In the holiday, they will go outside the city with the family. That's why the more popular is 7-seater. Is MPV, MPV or SUV, 4x2 or 4x4.
The first thing we notice here is people live in family groups and like to go places together. The continuous expansion of the car industry signifies the growing purchasing power of the people. The Indonesian government would like to support the usage of eco cars by applying 0% excise tax and limiting the price of eco cars.
Market share of eco car in Jakarta only 14%, 1/4. Before, only less than 4%, 3.8. Now increase 14%. And the other is outside Jakarta. It means 86%. Jakarta people, they don't like to buy cheap car.
With 255 million citizens in Indonesia, city traffic is typically really congested. For we know Bangkok's traffic is impenetrable at times. Driving in Jakarta means endless delays in traffic jams. The Indonesian government has begun developing a city-wide underground train system, while new lines also planned between major cities.
The government already 1.5 years ago started to intercity road, but not yet finished. I think in 2017, the new road built by the government will be completed. Today, there are many flyover. This will be problem solving of the traffic congestion. And besides that, the public transportation also will be improved, in Jakarta especially.
Clearly, a city the size of Jakarta faces the same transportation problems that Bangkok has struggled with over the years. The example of Thai SkyTrain and underground networks has no doubt encouraged the Indonesian government to build similar public transport network. Even so, many still prefer to drive their cars and put up with long lines of traffic. For NBT World, I'm Banot Sinsap in Jakarta, Indonesia.
And now on to our global stories. Fighters loyal to Yemen's internationally recognized government fought street battles with Houthi rebels for control of Yemen's third largest city of Taiz. The two sides have been fighting for weeks in an effort to control the city. Government loyalists are backed by a Saudi-led coalition which has bombed Yemen for months and helped to force the Houthis out of the second-largest city of Aden, while the Houthis are backed by units in the Yemeni military who are loyal to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh. Dozens of people have been killed in the city over the past few days. Government loyalist fighter Fatih al-Mughlafi said the Houthis were attempting to take back areas of the city they had recently lost control of. At least 5,600 people have been killed in 7 months of war in Yemen, the poorest country on the Arabian Peninsula. Canada's Montreal began a controversial dump of untreated sewage into the St. Lawrence River, a repair operation that could release as much as 8 billion liters of wastewater into a major waterway. The city has said the dump, expected to last up to a week, is necessary while work is carried out to replace aging parts of the waste treatment system that could unexpectedly break and create a greater environmental hazard. Montreal Mayor Denis Coderre defended the operation as vital to protecting the river in the long run. The city has said the dump will have little effect on the river's fish population and will not affect drinking water quality for residents. The vast St. Lawrence River connects the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. In some parts, it forms the border between Canada and the United States, so the operation has worried some in the United States. That's all the time we have for this edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, then do feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can follow us on our Facebook page by simply typing in NNT, and take the time to check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. Today we're going to say goodbye with some footage that I'm sure many will enjoy, and that is the traveling exhibition of the iconic Star Wars costumes. Have a great day. For Newsline, I'm Sandra Hanutsaha. Sawadee ka.